Hello and welcome to Greensburg, Kansas for the final game of the regular season between the Kiowa County Mavericks and the Bucklin Red Aces. Kiowa County is going to try to finish the season with a winning record in league play, while the Bucklin Red Aces are going to try to end a tough season on a high note. We'll be back to discuss the matchups for tonight's game, but first let's meet this year's Mavericks team. Welcome back as we get set for tip-off here between the Kiowa County Mavericks and the Bucklin Red Aces. My name is Matt Christensen. I'm going to be doing play-by-play for tonight's game, and I'm joined by Travis Barnes.
Salutations, Matt.
Oh, you're getting fancy with those.
I am.
Kiowa County's at 11-8 on this the season. This is the final game of the regular season. They're at 4-4 in league play, and really that mixed record kind of tells the story of their season this year, with some nice quality wins mixed with some disappointing losses. They're in a kind of a rough patch right now, with losing 3 of the last 4. Although those 3 losses are to the 3 best teams in the SPIA league.
That's absolutely mine. Fowler, South Gray, and Mineola?
Ashland.
That's right. As for Bucklin tonight, Matt, you know they've had a real tough year. They're 2-15 on the year. There's 2 wins coming from both Ingalls and Spearville. So really, we're trying to see if Bucklin can end the season on a high note, on a positive note, come into this this tough home crowd that we have here at Kiowa County and beat the Mavericks on their home court.
Always good to end on a high note. Give your younger players something to some confidence builder for heading into the next season. Why don't you tell us a little bit about some key players for Bucklin?
Pretty much the Red Aces are led by number 30, Anthony Ledesma. He's a 5'10 senior who's averaging just over 11.1 points per game. He's pretty much their team. He is the heart and soul of the team. In fact, versus Spearville, he was the one that counted for over half the points on the Bucklin side.
We're going to take a break real quick here and break for the starting lineups.
For the Mavericks, number 3, a 5'7 junior, Trevor Powell. For the Red Aces, number 3, a 5'8 senior, Trevon Herrera. For Kiowa County, number 4, a 5'8 senior, Caleb Davis. For the Red Aces, number 11, a 6' senior, Brian Seacat. For the Mavericks, number 21, a 6'5" senior, Rustin Artery. For Bucklin, number 30, a 5'10" senior, Anthony Ledesma. Kiowa County, number 25, a 6'3" senior, Damian Odell. For the Red Aces, number 43, a 5'11" sophomore, Colton Downey. For the Mavericks, number 42, a 5'10" senior, Kendall Watson. Bucklin head coach Sarah Kirk, assisted by Michael Coleman. Maverick head coach Nick Perez, assisted by Zach White.
And that was high school principal Randy Fulton giving us tonight's starting lineups over the PA. Just before we get set for tip-off, let's talk about probably key player for Kiowa County tonight. Definitely that's going to be number 4, Caleb Davis. He is the Mavericks' leading scorer this season. Also does a lot of work on the defensive end. He also leads the team in steals.
I think we should also be keeping an eye on the two other senior guards for the Mavericks. Number 3, Trevor Powell, and number 12, Trevor Tyree. Both since David Perez went out with the knee injury earlier this year, they've really had to step up, fill up his defensive gap, or fill up the gap that was left by him, losing him on the defensive side. And it should be really interesting to see if they can continue.
Yep. Perez definitely provided a nice defensive spark, and you got to think that his absence was acutely felt in the Kiowa County's last loss to South Gray, as Kiowa County gave up 74 points, their highest total of the season. And here we go. We're set for tip-off, and that is won easily by Rustin Artery, and that is tipped back to Trevor Powell, and the Mavericks will set up their offense.
And the Mavericks are going to have a decided height advantage in this game today. Both Artery and Odell tower over the Bucklin team.
Definitely Kiowa County does have a height advantage this over the Bucklin team. Odell at 6'3", and Artery at 6'4". And as going to be talking about the Kiowa County height there, alley-oop attempt in Kendall Watson. He wasn't able to get the shot to fall, but he does make 2 free throws. And Kiowa County up to a quick 2-0 lead. And Herrera brings the ball up for Bucklin Red Aces. Kiowa County in the traditional man-to-man defense, a nice pressure there by Trevor Powell. It's going to be a 5-second call and quick turnover for the Mavericks.
Yeah, the Red Aces are really going to have to pay attention to that, because Kiowa County is going to play a real up-in-your-face man-to-man defense. If they don't move the ball around, we're going to see a lot of turnovers tonight.
Entry pass into Artery, and he has an easy bucket. And a quick 4-0 lead for the Mavericks.
Looks like Coach Perez is really trying to put the pressure on Bucklin and get him out of this game early tonight. Go into a full-court man defense.
And you never want to, again, while Bucklin has struggled this season, you never want to discount the opponent you're playing, but you got to think Kiowa County does have to be thinking about their upcoming sub-state game next week, most likely against Sterling. Davis passes into Odell. Shot partially blocked, and it looks like that's going to be Downey that comes down with the rebound for the Red Aces. Watson picks off that pass. Tries to find Powell on the other end, but the ball's tipped out of bounds by Herrera. Kiowa County's going to get it back.
Good heads-up play by Watson. He was going out of bounds there, didn't have a chance to take it to the ground with possession. Saw him.
And there we've got a quick foul on Ledesma, who runs into Powell. It's the first foul of the game. Or I'm sorry, that is not the first foul of the game. That is actually Ledesma's second foul, according to the scorers on the other end of the court. I need to pay better attention.
That happens to me all the time, Matt.
Story of my life. Again, so far early in this game, Kiowa County has had good success getting the ball down low, but this time Powell's going to take an open three, and he's going to drain it.
In the past, the Kiowa County Mavericks that have had a difficult time against the zone defense like the Red Aces have been playing and getting the ball down low. But, you know, they have to learn how to rotate with them and make sure that they don't leave the man open outside around the three-point range, and that's exactly what they did. Easy three-pointer.
Out of control drive by Davis, no good, and rebound is taken down by Seacat. And that pass from Seacat goes right in the hands of Watson, and he's going to try a layup on the other end, and that's going to go in. Watson opted for 4 quick points, and trailing 9-0, the Bucklin coach wants to take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll take a break and join you after the action resumes.
Let the Media Center support your personal, nonprofit, or business needs through video. Organizations use video to raise interest and increase fundraising. Video projects build new skills and create professional appeal. Friends can share music, tell stories, and say hello from miles away. We make videos and more, and we can teach you how to make your videos. Call 620-723-1117 or find us on the web at kwksmedia.org. The Media Center in Greensburg, Kansas is innovating community, videos, journalists.
And welcome back. This next segment is brought to you by People's Bank, friendly and dependable. You can visit them at bellbank.com. Go Mavericks, People's Bank.
Welcome back. Bucklin coach wanted a timeout after Kiowa County just stormed out to a quick 9-0 lead here with about 5.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Kendall Watson really being a big factor for the Mavericks early with a couple steals and 4 points. And that is another 5-second call as the high-pressure Mavericks D forces another turnover.
Yeah, Bucklin's really going to have to pay attention to that.
It's cost them 2 possessions so far, and really reflected in the scores. They have not yet gotten on the board. Watson going to take a shot from the baseline. That's going to drain it. Nice results early for Watson. He's already at 6. And just a note here, usually the leading scorers for Kiowa County are Caleb Davis, the leading scorer, and also the 2 big guys down low, Odell and Artery. So far, only Artery has any points. He has 2, whereas most of the damage for the Mavericks is being done by Powell and Watson. Watson shot a little too strong there. But Artery fighting for the rebound, forces a jump ball. Possession error goes back Bucklin's way. Herrera being guarded by Powell. Drive off the pick. And Herrera tries to entry pass into the post, but that's kicked out of bounds by Odell.
Bucklin's having a hard time getting it down low with Rustin and Damien both down there. They're really having a hard time making passes.
Yeah, again, it's just really tough when you have not only a size disadvantage, but really they're tall, but they're also very athletic there in Damien and Rustin. So it's be very tough for the post players for Bucklin tonight, as evidenced so far by the score.
And you know, another thing I've noticed about the Mavericks this season watching them is they're very well coached. They do a good job, every player on there, pointing ball in man, getting inside the passing lanes. It's really kept them in a lot of ball games, and tonight it's really almost overmatching the Red Aces.
Artery with the shot from the baseline, and that's good. And the hits keep rolling for the Mavericks, leading 13-0. Also, you talked about on the defensive end, but on the offensive end, really, when the Mavericks have been playing well this season, on the offensive end, they've really been, it's been a result of very good ball movement. As Watson is fouled on the layup attempt, he's going to get 2 more free throws.
I really like the aggressiveness I'm seeing from the Mavericks tonight. That's, you know, this could have been a trap game. It still can be a trap game if they lose composure. I'd like to see Bucklin try and make some stops here and make it a closer game.
1 more point for Watson there. But you're absolutely right. Again, with sub-state playoffs starting next week, you got to think that in a tough sub-state region that the Kiowa County would be looking forward to the next opponent. But they definitely seem to have focus here tonight, especially Mr. Watson, who's having a great game at 8 points already with barely halfway through the first quarter. Mr. Watson, but not quite Dr. Watson yet. Give him a few years, maybe.
Dr. Watson.
Yeah, Odell anticipates that pass, and he has an easy layup. Again, Powell guarding Herrera. Drive off the pick. He's going to take a shot from the key. No good. Artery gets the rebound. And he's going to lose it. So he tried to pull up and pass it to Watson, but just lost a handle on it.
Looks like we got some substitutions here.
Now Powell's going to take a breather, as is Watson. And coming into the game is number 12, Trevor Tyree, and 24, Corbin Vandenhoek.
And Caleb. Caleb was also off on the bench too.
And it's going to be called for a foul there. Looks like a reaching foul. And that foul is going to be on Caleb Davis. That is the first foul for Kiowa County in this game. Holling's going to be called for a travel before he's able to get that pass away. And Kiowa County is going to get the ball back and continue protecting that shutout. Davis thought about a long three there, but didn't pull the trigger. Going to pull it there, though, and he's going to make it. Davis's first points of the game. Now 20-0 in favor of Kiowa County. Seacat going to drive down the baseline, pull up, take a jumper, and no good. And looks like Artery is going to wrestle for that rebound. And Kiowa County will reset their offense with Tyree at the point. Artery all alone underneath the basket. 2 more points for him. Again, well, this steal there by Odell. Again, not the prettiest game so far, and unfortunately that really has been the story of the Bucklin season. It's just been a really rough year for him with only 2 victories. Nice pass from Davis down to Artery. 2 more points. 24-0. And Kiowa County still in a pressure D despite having a big lead.
I think a part of that is Coach Perez wanting to keep his guys fresh, wanting to give them that extra little bit of legwork in preparation for Monday's game. I'd half expect maybe even the start of the next quarter for him to start making some substitutions, getting some guys, mixing things up a little bit, getting some other guys some playing time. But I could be wrong.
And Vandenhoek is called for a foul there. His first, team second. Seacat with the 3, no good, but he gets his own rebound. Davis, and he picks the pocket of, Halling there. And another turnover for the Red Aces. Red Aces look like they're in a 2-1-2 zone here.
And it looks like the Mavericks are just going to kill this quarter here. And
well, Watson does take a shot, no good. 10 seconds to play, see if Red Aces get a last second shot, but they're going to turn it over again. Davis with the steal. He's going to go coast to coast. Nice layup with a foul.
good, strong finish. Really, I'm kind of at a loss for words here. This 26 to nothing in the first quarter is somewhat.
And make that 28-0 as Watson gets a rebound there and sinks the putback. So we will head into the second quarter with a very lopsided score, 28-0. We will take a quick break and hope you join us for that second quarter. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
Thank you for helping us support Kiowa County Athletics.
Go Mavericks!
Here at Home Lumber at 715 East Kansas, we support Kiowa County Athletics. Go Mavericks!
Centerra Bank is a full-service community bank located on Main Street in Greensburg, proudly supporting Kiowa County schools. Go Mavericks!
First Baptist Church of Greensburg, advancing the kingdom of God.
Welcome back, and we'd like to remind you to subscribe to the Kiowa County Media Center Twitter feed at KWKS Media. Join the conversation by tweeting at the Media Center, and it could be seen on our live broadcast.
You know, I may have to send in a tweet and see if I can actually get it seen today.
You know, people have been talking to themselves for a long time, Travis, and it's only fair that it carries over into the digital age. So I hope that you do tweet yourself, and I hope that you answer that tweet. I would like to see that.
I might have to try and do that here.
I've been known to do that from time to time, just talking to myself. I've never tweeted to myself, but there's a first for everything. Powell's going to take an open three. And you've got to give credit to Kiowa County. Again, it's been a very rough game for the Red Aces, but Kiowa County is shooting very well tonight. They're getting open shots, but they have made far, far more than they've missed.
And you know, on the defensive side of the ball, one thing I've noticed is yes, they're still playing their aggressive defense, but they're not getting out of control. You know, they're kind of setting back on their heels. I've noticed a little bit of Damien, and then you know that they are taking it easy, playing smart, well, with the exception of right there, they're not really trying to stop the shot.
Well, Ledesma's in a good position for a nice shot there. He doesn't make it, but he is fouled, so we'll get 2 free throws. And Ledesma makes the first free throw, get the Red Aces on the board here, start of the second quarter.
That's good. Maybe that'll take the lid off. It'll get them going.
Get that monkey off their back.
There's still a lot of game left.
And shooter's roll, he gets the second, and it is 31-2. And we'll see if the Maverick strategy changes here in the second quarter very much. Again, they were fairly aggressive on both ends of the court in the first quarter, leading to that 28-0 advantage. But again, they've got the game fairly well in hand here even early, so see if they're a little more patient on both sides of the ball. Odell going to take a three, and he's going to make it. That was fairly a patient offense run. Again, good shot. Odell, again, one of the Maverick post players, but he has been known to shoot a three. He's actually fairly accurate from beyond the arc, as he demonstrated yet again there. And definitely Kiowa County stepped down the pressure a little bit here. And drive there by Ledesma. I don't know if Artery got a piece of that or not. I couldn't tell if that was a partial block.
I couldn't tell either. I think Ledesma was just too far out of position underneath the basket when he took that shot and just didn't have a good angle on it.
And Artery, once again, in great position on the post, 2 more points. He is up to 10 on the evening, which ties him with Watson to lead the team. Good, nice open shot there for Colton Downey, and that will be the first field goal of the evening for the Red Aces.
Maybe those free throws did open it up a little bit.
And great ball movement by the Mavericks. Watson wide open under the basket. 2 more points for him. Nice catch, Travis.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And that's a turnover for the Red Aces, and Powell will inbound the ball.
See, I have a few skills. I do. Except Roger missed it. That was a nice pass, too.
He got you bragging on it, so that's okay. It makes up for it.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Once again, Artery gets a nice position on the post, but he is fouled before he gets the shot off.
I've kind of actually been waiting for that moment all season long, for the ball to come out. I mean, just glad that we don't have somebody diving for the ball. I really don't want
someone diving at you at high speed.
Yeah. Well, they might damage the equipment.
That is true. We have a lot of nice toys here that are fairly expensive. Don't react well to impacts.
No.
And Odell underneath the basket, and he gets that feed in from Powell and converts.
I think his height advantage definitely helped him with that one, man. He pretty much the defender had no chance of reaching that pass.
Yeah, and again, as you pointed out before we started, just the height disadvantage. That was Seacat, I believe.
Good job.
Yes, that was Seacat, and he gets on the board. And quickly now, 6 points for the Red Aces, and heads up defensive play there by Seacat. Tips that ball out of bounds. So again, Kiowa County being much more patient here in the second quarter. Still getting good shots, but not attacking the basket quite as aggressively as they did in the first. Powell's going to take another three. No good. And Herrera gets the rebound. Seacat going to take a three. No good. And Artery with the rebound on the other end. And Tyree is going to move the ball up the court for the Mavericks. And once again, Artery in good position there, but nice heads-up play by Herrera, actually blocking that shot. Not often you see the 5'8" guy blocking the 6'4" guy, but that's what happened there.
I will. Yes, Matt, you're absolutely correct. Not very often do you see that called as a block in the game.
That's the way the refs called that one. However, after that play, Artery is fouled as he attempts the shot, so he's going to get 2 free throws here. Sinks the first one. Artery no good on the second. Odell padding his rebounding stats a bit, but not able to pad his point stats as neither of his putbacks go in. Kiowa County has moved into a zone defense here, which is not very common for them, but again, this may be a good opportunity to test out a few new defensive schemes just as they prepare for probably a much tougher contest as they enter the playoffs next week.
And it also keeps their legs a little fresher. Bucklin, as it's shown so far, is having a little bit difficult time moving the ball around. And
Herrera with the steal there.
So apparently is the Mavericks.
And Halling with the drive, no good, but Ledesma gets the rebound. He has 4 points on the night. Also a play the Mavericks have used quite often this game. Kind of a secondary break as Herrera is going to get another partial block on Artery. That one the refs are going to call a jump ball, and possession now is in favor of the Red Aces. Really, that may be a good lesson to learn for Artery in that once he gets a pass down there low on the post, try not to bring the ball down to his waist, because that does allow some of the shorter players an opportunity to get a steal and or a block, which Herrera has done the last couple times down the court. Whereas to keep that ball high, really given his size advantage, there's very little that the Bucklin players could do to force a turnover at least, although they could still disrupt his shot. looked almost like the shot was blocked from behind there.
Yes, it does look like that.
Well, and again, just from the ref's perspective, this game is fairly well in hand for the Mavericks even this early. You can understand probably there being the fairly light on the whistles on both ends of the court, just again to keep this clock moving and get this game headed toward completion.
Within reason, I agree with you.
Odell down low. He's having a big second quarter. He's at 7 points in the second quarter, 9 total.
I guess my philosophy is if you don't call it straight and as accurate as you possibly can, how's the other team ever going to get any better and improve from that? I can see that perspective as well. But by the same token, my main concern is just again consistency both ends of the court. Just call it consistently both ends, and that's really all you can ask. Absolutely.
So Mavericks looks like they're staying in that zone defense. Herrera, nice pass into Downey. And it looks like Downey's shot is partially blocked there by Artery. And Kiowa County ends up with the ball. Again, now under a minute left to play here in this first half. Mavericks with a 43-8 lead. Seacat gets in the passing lane there and sends the ball out of bounds. We'll see how patient the Mavericks are here. See if they'll try for the final shot of the first half, or if they get an opportunity sooner, if they'll take it. Being very patient so far. It does look, well, Odell's going to take a drive, and nice drive it is. Easy layup for Odell. He's up to 11.
Which, going back to our conversation last game, both Odell and Artery are over 10 points tonight, so that does bode well for the Mavericks.
Again, Mavericks, if both of the Maverick post players score more than 10, I believe they're undefeated on the season, although I haven't checked the stats for the South Cray game. We are going to end this first half, again, pretty much all Mavericks, although second quarter did not go much better for the Red Aces than the first. But as it stands, Mavericks lead 45-8. We're going to take a quick break. We'll join you during halftime with this Kiowa County Signal editor. Actually, before we do that, we'd like to go to a sideline report with Katie Larsch, who's going to have an interview with Coach Perez. So before that, we'd just like to again recap Mavericks being led by Odell, Artery, and Watson. Again, all three post players, so getting their damage down below. But right now, we'll go to Katie Larsch with an interview with Coach Perez.
Coach, you had a tough loss last week at Montezuma. How are you bouncing back from that tonight?
Oh, I think our guys just come out and play hard, and that's what they're doing. And we're making shots. Holy cow, we haven't shot this well probably since I've been here.
Are you going to continue to do the same thing in the second half, or are you going to make some adjustments to what you're doing now?
Oh, I think we're doing fine. I wish we'd rebound a little bit better, but I'm going to get some of our younger guys in and get them some playing time.
Thank you for your time, Coach.
All right. Thank you, Katie, for that report, and also thank you, Coach Perez, for your time. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back and joined by Kiowa County editor Patrick Clement for a quick interview. But first, a few words from our sponsors.
Coming to Bucklin College as a new student, I really had no idea what to expect. Coming from a big city, and it was a really big change for me. Everything was just so positive. People here really want to know about you, and they pray for you, and they laugh with you, and just whether I'm eating lunch with my friends or going to a basketball game, just hanging out at the coffee shop or with small groups, there's always something fun going on. Bucklin has helped me realize what a community looks like. Here at Bucklin, I've experienced great community. not only with your students and the peers around, but also with the professors. I actually get to have a lot of one-on-one time with my advisor, and she's helped me out a lot with my education struggles and my spiritual struggles. Other teachers have been willing to make time for both in the class and out of class. They've listened to me, they've encouraged me, they have prayed with me through the joys and struggles of being a college student. At Bucklin, professors are more than just teachers, they're friends and mentors. Those relationships have made learning so much more enjoyable for me.
Besides learning in a classroom environment at Bucklin provides hands-on experiences. At Bucklin, I'm not just preparing for ministry, I'm serving as I prepare for ministry. And I've gotten the opportunity to prepare with a lot of students in local ministries at the church, at the local church, and in a larger community as well. Bucklin has just given me avenues to use my gifts and talents in ways that equip me for the future.
I'm so thankful to have received the full tuition scholarship that Bucklin College gives to all on-campus students. There are so many ways Bucklin College has blessed me. Between the scholarship, athletics, small groups, and classes, I've learned about trust, faith, and God's guidance. My experience at Bucklin College has definitely brought me closer to Christ.
Every town needs a store where you can buy the basics: socks, toys, office supplies, toilet paper. When the corporate variety store in Stafford closed, we knew we had to do something, so we did. Community members built the store even better with an overall facelift, including paint, carpet, lighting. We bought fixtures and found a wholesale supplier, and the crown jewel, the historic soda fountain. This 1928 marble soda fountain was originally from Smart Drug in Stafford, but was stored in a neighboring town for years. We brought it back. Oak columns from a Stafford house, the back bar from a Prohibition-era speakeasy near Stafford Lake, booths and marble tables original to the same drugstore as the soda fountain were dug out of yet different storage places and refurbished. It's come together beautifully. There's just one problem. We haven't sold enough ice cream and toilet paper to pay for the restoration. So if you think building a better community is worthwhile, or if you appreciate the chance to experience a bit of history and culture when visiting a small town, we'd like your support. Here's what you can do. For $10, get a high five from Pelican Pete. Don't know who Pelican Pete is? Come in and we'll tell you the story. For $25, get a month's supply of toilet paper. We all use it every day, and it underscores the way that routine purchases are the backbone of the economy. For $50, get a banana split, served with a healthy dose of gratitude. You are part of building a place where the young and old alike gather. For $100, sponsor one of these vintage chairs. Seats are limited. Hurry to be one of the 4. For $250, get a year's supply of toilet paper. Come on, you know you stockpile stuff when you shop at the big stores anyway. Make your contribution here and know that by making a conscious choice where you buy goods, you are making a difference. $300 sponsors this table, and for $600, sponsor a booth. Each of these contributions is significant, and we appreciate your support.
Hello and welcome back. I am joined by Patrick Clement, the editor of the Kiowa County Signal, who just keeps us up to date on local current events. Patrick, I understand there's some news recently about the post office in Mullinville. Why don't you bring us up to date on that?
There is. Thanks for having me, Matt. So all the post offices in the county are going to reduced hours. The post office has mandated reduced hours, and Mullinville is the first of the 3 post offices that will go to reduced hours. Within 30 days, they're going to go to a 4-hour schedule, and Kyle Goodwin, who is our South Central Kansas Postal Service manager, was in Mullinville last Tuesday. He held a community meeting and got input from residents about their postal service and the changes that were coming. he said that likely most people won't even see a change in their service. They'll hardly notice it, but the biggest thing that's going to be cut, and like all the other post offices in the county, will be the window hours.
Yeah, and again, that's a problem all across the country. I know that post office is running pretty large deficits and looking to save costs wherever they can.
That's right. Originally, they were going to close about 3,700 post offices across the country, and the Congress asked them to not, and so instead they're cutting hours at about 16,000.
Yep. So again, that's the story in Mullinville. Similar stories in Mullinville and Greensburg, or sorry, Haviland and Greensburg, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, upcoming if the postmasters don't retire or move to another post office by September of 2014, they will immediately go to reduced hours. So.
Okay. Well, thank you, Patrick, for keeping us up
Thanks
to date.
Thanks for having me.
We will take another quick break and hope you join us for the second half.
Is it time to find a new vehicle and you aren't quite sure where to start? Dwayne Shank Motors on Highway 54 in Greensburg not only sells new Chevrolets, but late quality used cars in most makes and models. Trade in your vehicle and drive away with knowing that the Shank family has been serving the surrounding area since 1973. If it is time to get that service you've been needing, with professional certified mechanics, you are sure to get that quality care your vehicle deserves. Start shopping for your next vehicle today at Dwayne Shank Motors on Highway 54 in Greensburg.
And welcome back. We'd like to bring you a tweet tonight from our Twitter account at KWKS Media. Tweet is simply, "Good luck tonight, Mavericks." Hashtag Maverick B-Ball. And that is from sorry, I didn't catch that. But thank you, whoever sent that tweet in. Was that you, Travis?
No, it was not me. Now,
okay.
do you have to put the hashtag Mavericks B-Ball?
I am not exactly a Twitter pro or any social media. I just logged on his Facebook for the first time in probably about 8 months just before this game. So any question about Twitter, Facebook, you need to be asking someone else, not me. Again, first half, all Kiowa County Mavericks. Does not start that way from the second half, however, as Artery is called for a travel. Mavericks lead 45-8. They led at the end of the first quarter 28-0, although the second quarter, a little closer. Mavericks still outscored the Red Aces in the second frame 17-8. And that's how we arrive at our 45-8 score. And a nice move there by Downey, not able to get the shot to fall. And Artery chases down the rebound.
Mavericks came out the second half with their starters on the court, so looks like Coach Perez is still going to give them a little bit of chance to, work on the things they talked about over halftime. Maybe flush out the bugs.
Yeah, and there's something else to be said. Just keeping them sharp again as the playoffs start next week. Keep your starters sharp as Odell in good position, but doesn't get the layup to fall. Just keep your starters sharp and again, just build some confidence. It's always nice to have a big win as you head into the playoffs. Ledesma's shot, no good, but Seacat with a nice rebound. And his putback is good. And it's 45-10.
That's one thing that there's been a lot of debate on, at the college level, the professional level, mostly the professional level. For those teams that are making it into the playoffs to rest their players if they've already guaranteed a playoff spot. There's been some heavy debate on whether or not that's a good idea if they get rusty. I'm of the camp that I think that yes, you do get a little rusty.
Ledesma with the steal. He's going to take it all the way, but is not able to convert the layup. Odell with rebound. He's going to pull it back and back to Tyree.
You know that you do need to stay sharp, even though you've got a guaranteed spot.
Oh yeah, Red Ace is showing a lot of aggression on D that they really didn't show in the first half. Forced a couple turnovers and really putting the pressure on the Mavericks offense.
Yeah, coach is really giving them must have given them a good strategy session during the halftime.
Well, they have outscored the Mavericks here in this third quarter, if I can learn to count.
They had outscored the Mavericks.
Yeah, now it's tied up in the second frame as Watson gets 2 more points. And Ledesma's 3 is blocked by Odell, but the rebound, Artery's going to be called for an over the back there.
Yeah, he did kind of land on that.
Yeah, that was pretty easy call for the ref. That is Artery's first foul of the game and the first team foul for the Mavericks of the second half. Seek out at the post. Quick turnaround, no good. And Odell with the rebound. Aggressive D there really cost the Red Aces as Seacat went for the steal, was out of position. Watson's drive was no good, but Artery right there with the putback. Once again, aggressive D by the Red Aces. Nice to see they're still playing with so much energy despite being down by so much. Artery down low there. He's going to get 2 points and a shot at an old-fashioned three-point play. Once again, just nice entry pass there from Powell into Artery. And Coach Perez does look like he's going to start subbing in some of his junior varsity players now as the Mavericks lead 51-10. Landon Davis and Mike Tedder coming into the game. And Artery gets a shooter's roll and converts the three-point play. Corbin Vandenhoek also coming into the game for the Mavericks to give Artery a breather. And that's going to be a foul on the Mavericks down low.
Thanks.
Again, Davis in the game that is Landon Davis in the game for the Mavericks.
Peyton Miller is number 11 now.
Yeah, apologies to Mr. Miller. We didn't have a program handy. But again, nice to see some of the younger guys get some playing time for the Mavericks. Davis entry pass into Vandenhoek. He is swarmed by 3 Red Ace defenders. That's Herrera, Ledesma, and looked like Pinalto. Kind of get they each get a third of a block there, I think. Also in the game now for the Mavericks is number 33, Cole Kendall.
It's good to see the Maverick future here on the court. We'll get a nice little preview of what we're going to be seeing next year.
That is a good point because the Maverick team is a very senior-heavy team. Really, there's only one non-senior who gets any significant playing time, and that is Corbin Vandenhoek, who's on the court now. But other than that, all the Maverick main players are pretty much seniors who've been playing together for quite some time. Seacat going to take a rest for the Red Aces. Landon Davis is going to handle the point duties for the Mavericks.
Landon is Caleb's younger brother.
Yeah, usually the case on small towns, same name is usually related, but not always the case.
And there is some family resemblance there.
Yeah, that is true. And similar numbers, 44 and 4. Don't know if that's by design or not.
Oh, almost.
Tedder
Nice
with the rebound.
Oh.
His shot is no good. And the other end, Herrera pushes it, but pulls back, and will reset the offense for Red Aces. Ledesma with the 3. Falls short, gets his own rebound. And his putback no good. Tries to save it, and he does. Back to, Downey.
Oh, nice job.
Again, nice move there by Ledesma. Sorry, that wasn't Ledesma, that was Brett Holland, number 20. Kendall gets it into Vandenhoek and makes a cut, no pass. And pass down to Vandenhoek down low. But that's going to be 3 seconds on the lane on the Mavericks. They'll turn it over. Demeret and Davis coming in for the Red Aces. And they're going to give Pinalto and Herrera a rest. So some of the younger players for the Red Aces also going to get some time here late this game.
You like to see that good short sportsmanship.
And aggressive D there by Kendall. Going to force an and I think the refs are going to talk there.
It was not an over and back.
Yeah, that was tipped by Kendall, I'm pretty sure. So I do not believe that should be a turnover on the Red Aces. But we'll let the refs talk that over and decide what they want to do. Nonetheless, good aggressive D there by Kendall. And it looks like the refs are going to give possession back to the Red Aces, so good call.
Yeah, that is a really good call. Nice attempt there by Cole to get the steal, but he did touch it and knock it across court, which allowed them to recover that possession.
And there, nice work on the boards by Mr. Kendall. Let's see if the Mavericks have been doing, the Maverick bench has been doing very well on the defensive end. A few struggles on the offensive end, but nice drive there by Mr. Miller. He's going to draw a foul on the floor, so Mavericks get the ball underneath the basket. Foul's on Colton Downey, that's his second. As the Vandenhoek shot rims out. And the Red Aces will set up their offense. Downey down low at the post. And he gets his shot blocked. And I didn't quite see who that was. Was that Vandenhoek with the block?
I think that was Corbin. I think Corbin did get a piece of that. And let's check the replay here.
Let us check the replay.
Yes, it was Corbin. Nice block.
Nice block by Corbin. As Davis sets up the Maverick offense.
Such a great name, Corbin, too.
Kendall going to take a 3, no good. And that rebound goes to Demeret.
Makes me think of Bruce Willis for some reason. Corbin Dallas.
Corbin Dallas multi-pass. Lilu Dallas multi-pass.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're nerding out.
Oh, and, good block by Michael Tedder.
It's again, I think, evidence of the referees letting some things go there. With just about 50 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Seacat tries a 3, no good. Rebound to Holland. Quick ball movement by the Red Aces. Good shot for Davis, but doesn't fall. Ball goes out of bounds in favor of Kiowa County.
You know, that's one thing we haven't talked about this year. Back to the Future.
If you want to go be specific, the main topic of conversation for last year's games wasn't necessarily limited to Back to the Future. It was Michael J. Fox movies in general, but it has come up fairly rarely this year, which is probably a good sign. Tedder with a drive there. No good. Ooh. Little pressure on the D for the Mavericks. Tedder with a rebound, and he's going to draw a foul. It's going to be a pushing foul on Brett Holling. That will be the 15th foul for the Red Aces. And already the fourth foul. Sorry, no, it's the fourth foul for Mr. Holland. So that is going to be how we end the third quarter. Again, Kiowa County in control, 52-12. Hope you join us here for the final frame of this regular season. Until then, you're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
Watch it again if you're enjoying this game and like to see the comedic stylings of both Matt and I. Please find the archive of this game at kwksmedia.org. Click the archive tab and look for Kiowa County Sports.
Again?
Now does the rodeo count as Kiowa County Sports, or would it be Kiowa County Public Events?
You know, I think that would require a third-party arbiter. I don't know that you and I alone are
very qualified, yeah.
That philosophical question of that magnitude. Ledesma drains a three.
Nice shot. Yeah, I am most definitely not qualified to do rodeo. I can laugh at the comedian, the rodeo clowns, and that's about the extent of it.
Kiowa County starters back in the game, just to note, as Watson gets 2 more points. He is up to 16 in this game, which ties him with Artery to lead the team.
You know, I have been impressed, though, with the Media Center's coverage of events like the rodeo, like the Farm and Ranch show. Really been doing a good job spreading our influence around, other than just, you know, the things you would expect, like basketball, like football. Things of that manner.
Well, we are aiming to be a full-service media center and not cover just local sports, but other regional events like the Farm and Ranch Show. So happy to do so, and glad you're enjoying them, Travis. And it looks like they're going to be called for a travel. That'll be a joint travel for Odell and Artery, as they're having a few difficulties getting the shot to go under the basket. But that is really kind of a first for tonight. Usually they've been pretty good about that this evening. Ledesma finds Downey. He's going to take a dribble and a nice shot, and he's going to drain it. Again, Red Ace is staying with the aggressive D. Worked out pretty well for them in the third quarter as they held the Mavericks to just 7 points. And that is Mr. Trevor Tyree getting himself on the board. His first 2 points of the evening, and on the other end, Mavericks are called for a foul.
Yeah, Watson didn't move his feet good enough. He kind of got back on his heels and got called for the foul.
It's only the second team foul for the Mavericks here, and looks like the bench will be returning to the game. And Kiowa County Stars will be taking a breather probably for the rest of the night, I'm guessing.
And another thing to note, Matt, is that we do have a running clock here. They will not be stopping the clock for the rest of the game, which is understandable, a lot like we experienced during the football season with the running clock in the second half.
Yeah. Again, probably a good call here just as the game is well in hand. Guerrero going to take a three. No good. Nice rebound for Seacat. Not able to put it back, however. And Kendall's pass is tipped. He gets it back and is quickly fouled. That is the 16th foul on the Red Aces, so the next foul that they commit, Kiowa County will get some free throws. And really, that's something we haven't seen a lot of tonight. Very few whistles on either end of the court and not too many free throws shot. Nice tip by Herrera.
Really, though, man, it's been a fairly cleanly played game by both sides.
Most definitely. And Red Aces get 2 more points there. That is Herrera. He is up to his first points of the night, actually. Bannon hooked down low, and that's a fairly hard foul. We'd like to take a quick break here. We're going to go to the fan of the game, brought to us by Katie Larsh. So let's take a look and see who the fan of the game is.
I'm here with Roger Harris Jr., the fan of the game tonight. Roger, can you give us a little Go Mavericks for us? Yeah, they're doing good, aren't they? All right, thank you. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Katie, and thank you, Roger Harris Jr., a super fan, apparently, with that cape, stylish cape.
I think he was calling for the fences, Matt.
It could be. We are getting close to spring training time, so.
The most wonderful time of the year.
Most definitely. And again, at this point, really, it is both benches are in the game for both teams for the most part. As we take away the final couple minutes of the game here. Davis ends up with the rebound there. You can just kind of get a vision of what games will look like between these two teams over the next few years. Always nice to see a preview of the future.
Absolutely. The only way to get better is to experience. Only way to get better. And practice. And countless hours shooting free throws and layups and passes.
And Miller with a nice rebound there. His putback attempt, he's fouled. He'll get a couple free throws.
Dribbling.
Just the various fundamentals of the sport of basketball. I'm guessing a lot of our viewers are probably familiar with said fundamentals, but you never know.
Well, you know, for somebody that has never experienced basketball before, and getting their first, look at this fine sport through us, which thank you very much. Hopefully I haven't scared you off for life.
I'm afraid that ship has probably long sailed, my friend. Miller is 1 for 2 on the free throws. And the result of the scrum out on the rebound looks like that's going to stay Kiowa County ball. But apparently only the referee knows that, because both the Mavericks and the Red Aces line up as if it were the Red Aces ball. The referee seems confident, so Davis will inbound. Had all 10 players fooled there. Kindle's 3 no good. Davis with the rebound and the foul.
Nice shot by Davis. Really good way to go up strong. Let's look at it here on the replay.
And a nice rebound. And nice shot. Let's try it for a 3-point play.
Excellent job by Veronica. She's running our replay tonight. Doing a wonderful job.
I also just like to take the opportunity to thank our entire crew here tonight. We don't often get a chance to talk about them, but they do a great job. As you can clearly see, the evidence is right there in front of you. All the crew there in the trailer. Grant, who is our main producer, does a great job running the show tonight. All our camera crew.
Oh, almost.
Bannon up with the rebound. So Mavericks padding the rebound stats there a bit. Again, unfortunately, not getting too many buckets to fall. Does Travis want to take us through our most recent tweet?
Yes, I will read the next tweet. And this current tweet is, I'm liking the neon-colored socks. Hashtag Maverick B-Ball. That is courtesy of Skylar Odell. Thank you very much, Skylar, for watching the game and commenting on their colorful socks that the Maverick guys are wearing tonight.
Quite the fashion statement, and that is how we're going to end this game. Kiowa County, again, going in strong to the playoffs next week, sub-state. Most likely they'll be playing Sterling here in Kiowa County in Greensburg. But the regular season, they end up with a 63-19 victory over Bucklin, and Bucklin, again, probably just looking to build in the future. Tough season ends in a tough loss.
Absolutely, Matt. Absolutely. I thought they did show some promise. It's really tough. I mean, when you start off the game at a 30-0 clip or a 0-30 clip, it could be very disheartening. But I thought that the guys really stuck with it. Really put in a good effort. I would have liked to see it been a little bit more competitive, just because I like that barn burner feeling in a basketball game. But really, this is it's good for the Mavericks. Can't wait to see where they go next week. Sadly, you and I won't be here.
Again, just like to remind you, again, talked a little earlier about our great event crew. Again, you see all the great camera operators, Sean Cannon operating our scoreboard, Kay Hardinger doing our graphics, Veronica Alacon, sorry. She'll correct me my Spanish there. She's the Spanish teacher at the school. She runs our replay, does a great job. Casey Roberts at audio, Michelle McKinney, script supervisor, Chase Hardinger, technical director, and again, Grant Duhold is the big boss, the final director.
And he is a big boss.
He is a slave driver, let me tell you.
No, I'll tell you what, he puts together a show that I'm proud to be a part of.
Well, I am too. It's a lot of fun doing this, and hope you at home enjoy viewing as much as we enjoy putting these together for you. We'll leave you tonight with some nice replays from the game, and really look forward to seeing you next season. Again, probably our next live broadcast of Maverick Sports will most likely be in the football season next fall.
Yeah.
But again, we just enjoy doing this, and really hope you enjoy watching them. But for now, my name is Matt Christensen, just having a ball doing play-by-play this season. Travis?
See you guys later.
See you next season.
This has been a presentation by the Kiowa County Media Center.